Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Reassembly with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the modded series, in which we're going to be testing out a series of mods from the Steam Workshop, starting off with the Reassembler mod, allowing us most of the parts from all of the different factions to use in our ships. Now let's just crash into that for a second. Aha! The tiny thing couldn't escape. So as you can see, I have changed my vessel quite a bit since the previous episode, with many of you noticing I may have missed a block and then misplaced something else. Whoops-a-daisy. But here we are, this thing is a lot more streamlined than the last vessel, and I actually have plans to expand it, unlike the last vessel, so we can start upgrading the sides, going back, and eventually making a kind of diamond shape. At least that's the hope for the very end form of this current ship. The main thing, though, today is I want to go ahead and save up for a few new parts, so that we can try out things I've not tried out before in Reassembly. The first thing being the reaction wheel, which should allow us to turn a lot faster. Now thankfully, this thing isn't too expensive, so it shouldn't take long until we're actually testing this thing out, and then we can decide on our next goal, our next item, which once again I haven't tested out before. I really want to get the Borg's drone launchers, but they're so expensive, I think we're going to have to wait a little bit longer until we're a larger ship, able to farm credits a little bit faster. So for now, I'm just hunting away, trying to find some new stations. Now I've got a question. In Reassembly, if you go one way for long enough, does the map loop back around, or does it simply keep on going forever into the endless void? Now there is something coming up, and the question is, have I just gone from one side to the other? Here's hoping I have. Lots of endless nothingness. We have indeed looped around. That's a very good thing to know. I've also reinstalled 2 of our Tempests, so this ship should be a lot stronger than its previous incarnation. Let's just go ahead and try and find a couple of stations, staying away from the wormholes as much as possible. Actually, what I could do is increase our resource storage and perhaps try and farm some plants. the weeds, the yellow plant species in this game. Just because we're pretty well suited for it with a lot of laser weapons, a lot of point defense lasers. Nothing really to ram right now, just loads of flies. Not going to complain, we're cutting through them pretty easily. But where is the nearest station? Looks like the one just to our southwest is the closest. Once again, if south and west actually makes any sense in space. But since we're on a 2D plane, it sort of does, I guess. I have no way of slowing this thing down, have I? Nope. Look at that turn. There we are. Excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and purchase the wheel. Now that will cost a bit. Sadly, I can't afford that just now. So, how much do I need to lose for this? Quite a bit. Also, where are we going to put it? It's quite large, actually. I thought it was going to be a little bit smaller than that. There's nowhere really I can put it right now where it wouldn't be a structural weakness. Maybe if I took out some of this bit, caved this in, and perhaps just attached it there, that might be the best option. Not a good option, because it's attaching more to where the thrusters and the generators are, the reactors, but it might work. Destroy you, put you there. Now I'm assuming that can go anywhere, or is a specific place on the ship better than somewhere else? Is the middle best, because it's spinning us around on that point? Is it best on the front? Does it act like a thruster? I have no idea. Also, we're still called Simplex, I've just realised. Whoops. Let it load in before we start turning. Is that it? Whilst not moving doesn't seem to do anything. That isn't really doing anything at all. Perhaps it's in a bad place. Just to test it out, let's just put it on the back for a second. You can go there, so I remember how big you were. Loaded in, okay. I can't really see much of a difference, honestly, which is a bit of a shame. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a noticeable difference. Oh. It does seem to be helping quite a lot when I'm actually moving forward, however, which would make sense with the torque and such. Okay, we'll keep it around for now, and we'll see how it does. I'm really hoping that turns out to be a good thing, because I hate thrusters. I really do. Putting down thrusters, spending so much CPU on thrusters. If this would make a decent... I don't know, a decent replacement perhaps, or just something to supplement them, I would be very, very pleased with that. So, only time will tell. We'll have a check out later. I've also, before I forget though, made the ship out of this, which is simply called armor. Now, this has a lot of health and a very slow regrowth stage, but... just look at how much health this is. It's heavy, and it's well armoured, and it just means our whole ship is so much more sturdy than anything I've made in this series so far. So here's hoping this does better. It also kind of looks like a weird face and two frowny eyes. That's different. A little bit of science being done here. It turns out the reaction wheel is indeed a form of turning, and not only that, it seems to be very, very quick. And very, very stable, so perhaps it's also acting as a counterbalance or a counterspin to the movement of the ship, which would actually make a lot of sense considering the torque and the actual name of the thing. So it does seem very useful, although I'm not sure how good it is on a much larger vessel, so that will have to be tested out later. Another station is ours. Now, I've just got here and basically captured the station. Apparently this is under the B faction's control, and it occurs to me we really need to make our own station right about now. So the Cthulhu's Heart is going to be repurposed as a little station. Now, I do mean that as in little, because I actually want to be able to produce these later by myself as a kind of point defense system almost, making a small station and just putting them down everywhere as soon as I unlock one of the many factories we have the option to get. So, what do we want in a station? What does a station want, need, and love? Well, I want Arcuses. I love Arcuses. Arcuses are the laser defense system we are using currently, and as such, we're going to be using them as part of our defense. Now, let's just see if we can bulk ourselves up a little bit first, because first and foremost, this thing has to simply survive. So, we're going to make a little square. Straight away, the core is completely surrounded by this armor, which does sadly cost resource per piece, but should do the job nonetheless. Ooh, how much health does this have? 200, okay. We are basically making a block, and honestly, I'm okay with that, because we just want this station to be able to be put down very easily, very cheaply, and just defend itself, more so than anything. What I'm going to do is this. Then once again, go for the squares. This will be a little bit more expensive now. Well, at least more so than I thought it was going to be, but it should still be okay. Wait, that's 4 and that's 6? Yeah, that's a real rip-off using the smaller segments rather than the bigger segments there. Shame it doesn't go bigger than that, honestly. Would be helpful. Do I need more than that? More reactors? I don't know what I could do, actually, to make things a bit cheaper. Delete these, delete these. There we go. That's okay, it's got symmetry that way, which is the important thing, question mark. What else do we need? Just the Arcuses, I suppose. And then it's just a little point defensey lasery section. We don't really have any long-range weapons. I was thinking we could add some of those, but we don't really have them at the moment. So, just Arcus now, I guess. Have a couple of lines of them. Wait, no, once again, like we discussed a few seconds ago, having a full block is definitely the better idea, cost-wise, so we don't need to pay the extra for the armor. We'll have 4 blocks of these. That's going to be very expensive power-wise, but it should be okay with 2 extra generators. The heavy core is pretty good for energy generation. Now, the thing this doesn't have, of course, is a factory, which means it's not really a complete station yet. It's the reason why I can't edit our stations we have currently, because I don't have all the parts. But this'll do. This will do for now. Just because I want to continue our little exploration, getting some more credits. Because I'm having far too much fun with this ship, actually, so Don't really want to spend too much time doing this, and would like to do it all on camera rather than skipping around all the time. Having some containment units would be good as well. Once again, doesn't really matter if they are on the outside. It's became a plug. I mean, we could have it like that, I suppose. Now it kind of looks like a weird microchip. The Cthulhu's heart sure has changed in the past few generations. So as soon as we get a factory, we can quickly use that. Right now, I'm just waiting to sell all this resources. I have finally added a load of resource containers onto the ship, but this thing is taking forever to make a new vessel, so I'm just sitting here waiting to sell all my stuff, which is going to take a while. So I'll be right back once everything's sold. Well, I couldn't upgrade our stations directly just yet, but at least I've upgraded one of the basic ships they're creating. So rather than making the simplex all the time, which is why it's taking so long to sell our resources since they're so cheap, I've made a little Spidey out of the basic shell of the thing. So it has a few point defense weapons, it has lasers, it has everything you could possibly want in a tiny, tiny little vessel. So that's at least a lot better. Now, carrying on, let's see if we can get another station, because we are very close to getting one of the Borg drone launchers. Now, the Borg drones are a little bit anticlimactic, honestly. They're not good, they really aren't. But they are good in very, very high numbers, which is their big bonus. They can produce a lot of drones very quick, so here's hoping they'll do the job. Ooh, that's a very big enemy, and we are not big enough really to take it on. Or are we? Let's try. Yes, we are, because we can ram everything. It doesn't matter how big the enemy is, if you're essentially a living missile. Just without the detonations and stuff. Let's see, are you actually making the thing I want you to? Well, you are now. Just defend them. The little Spideys also have their own little shields, which makes them very, very annoying for the enemy. Maybe I should go away from the station to actually attack everyone rather than staying nearby hoping my body will protect it. No! The front of my ram's been destroyed! That's actually pretty bad, because that means I've dealt over 4,000 damage to something, so I'm probably pretty hurt all over. Very slow regen. So how much is the first of the Borg launchers? Da-da-da. I think it's this one here, Theta. 4,290. That's incredibly expensive. I don't think that's it. Although that's a really, really powerful drone, actually, looking at it, but I don't think that's it. It's this. I really want this. I really, really want this. At the same time, increasing our maximum ship resource. Also really good at the moment. I mean, we could also unlock, perhaps, a factory, so we can make a proper station. Oh, I've just realised, well, the natural stations probably won't be made too much now in this world, purely because I can't go to a new world to completely regenerate everything. We've also completely left our reactor behind. Station reactor. Our station's reactors have been left behind, but I actually mean the station itself. Been distracted here by a lot of shots. Kill the thing, okay. Hurry up and start creating things to defend yourself! Fine, I'll do it. Okay, where's the factory? Just so I can start making stations. It's probably a lot of factories, actually. Yep, which one's the cheapest? That's really what it's going to come down to. In terms of ship resource and in terms of overall cost, it seems like this factory here is the best of what we've got available. Okay. Hopefully that'll fit. Seems like it will if we remove those. Which are only that... Those sideways thrusters are only really good if we're standing still anyway, so... Not moving forward, at least. Oh. That does... Why doesn't it... Doesn't it really not fit the other way? That's weird. I thought it would. That doesn't fit down there. That's actually quite annoying, because I thought that'd be the perfect space for it. Evidently not. Well, I guess we can always just do this. Good enough! That's totally protected. We are now a station. Glorious. And we already have quite a bit of resource, so let's quickly start making some... Ooh, should we add shields to this? I think adding shields to this would probably definitely be worth it. Probably, definitely. Make it more expensive, obviously, but... And that's really too vulnerable. It could add them here, 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 but that's going to make the insides vulnerable. But it would be a good position for them. I will, but I won't like it. Just to make sure the shields go onto the reactors as well. That's a pretty big deal. So expensive. Cthulhu will live again! No, that's the wrong button. Try again. Oh, my factory got destroyed. No, it's just loading in. Oh, okay. Destroyed, loading in, same difference. It's not there. In fact, it may have been destroyed and then just reloading in. Yay, we made one! 2, in fact. Haha! Shoot them into the shield. That's not into the shield. You're not listening, Lathrix. Just protect them until they're made. Then they'll protect you. At least that's the concept. Why didn't I give them a factory? Use your laser defense. Oh, that one's getting battered. They're all getting battered. I'm battering them. Oh, it died. No. That one's already dead as well, I think. Is it dead? No, it's not. I thought it was dead. I thought it was just attacking the corpse. No. I left you for dead. I'm so sorry. This is such a bad idea. I should have been a bit further out. Oh, making it out of that stuff as well means it's loading in so very slowly. Also, I'm really hurt. I've got to get out of here soon. Yep, get out of here. Bye. Thanks for the wonderful time. It was a load of fun, really. My incompetence shows no bounds. Oh, wouldn't that be perfect if that fit there? Sad face. In fact, maybe it does. If we find the one I'm looking for. If I can find the one I'm looking for. No, not light, heavy. Yes! Okay! We have a winner! Ding, ding, ding! Oh, turning's a bit hard when you've lost half of your ship. Get away from me, you buggers! I've only just killed half of your civilization. Jeez, how much of a civilization do you have? Leave me alone! I'm also out of power constantly because I've still not got enough reactors myself. More of you! You bees! Screw it, making it here. 2 of them, in fact, again. Let's get them further right, there we go. Release one, release the other. Now, let's just protect... We could have gave them solar panels. If we unlock solar panels, that'd be fantastic, actually. Allow them to constantly spawn other stuff. And considering these are the only designs we've got left, it can't make a gunless thing anymore. Is it worth it? I think it would be. No, I don't want to recruit them. I want to look at their thing. Cthulhu's Heart, make a Spidey. Cthulhu's Heart, make a Spidey. Don't make a Cthulhu's Heart, Cthulhu's Heart. You can make a Cthulhu's Heart. Only if I gave you solar panels, so it'd be an endless thing. Yeah, actually giving them solar panels is just too much of a good idea. I can't just not do anything about that. Huge one or tiny one? Huge one, tiny one? Let's go with the small one for now. Cthulhu's Heart, could you please have a solar array? That fits really well. Like, too well. Okay, that'll do. No, attached to the actual... it doesn't really matter which one you attach to, just make sure all of them attach to the same. This design, go away. Copy that on there, okay. That'll be for the future. But yay, look, we have 2 Cthulhu's Hearts up and running. Laser defenses galore. Now we need enough resource to make a new one. So if you excuse me. Hello, bees! It's a lovely asteroid you have here. Would you mind if I took up residence? I know you wouldn't. You're an agreeable lot after all. Gentlemen, before anything else. And gentle ladies. Sirs and sirettes even. Move. Let me take over your land. Oh no, I've lost the point of my ship. Get straight to the point and then I'll just burst out crying. Can I please kill more of you? That would be lovely. Hello! You know, even with those solar panels, we're still going to be making a lot of resource, but it'll be enough that if they're just sitting there, they can just make their own resource slowly over time and defend themselves over time. There's an agent ridiculously close to us. Just realised. Not that much left, okay. Thankfully, these do actually give quite a lot of resource per building, so... Level 40, really? Brawler! You will feed me your resource. Thank you. Let's pop this down over here. Aim our child at the enemy. And... birth! Birthing, the ultimate weapon. Also, you're out of range. AI, figure it out. Yay, look, it's already fighting. That's cool. We can just leave it to it now, I guess. Slowly it will conquer this area. Don't make Cthulhu's hearts. Go away. Make a Spidey. They're cheaper. And honestly terrible, but they're cheaper. You can start making them really quickly. So each one of those is making 0.1 resource per second. So it takes a couple of seconds to make one resource. I wonder if we have any other solar panels available. Only avoiding the asteroid because I don't really want to spin out right now. Not worth the risk. Oh, that is big. Well. Can we be friends? Yes, we can. I make friends in the oddest of ways. The Lathrix Empire has very unsuccessful ambassadors, it must be said. What a gorgeous agent, though. All the ships are really nice looking. It's like a hive thing, isn't it? Yes, Hive Sand Striker. Bug 719. I'm getting a bit of a bug-loving feeling here. I've lost all my... Whoa! The explosives they were using were hurting things on the inside of our ship. We're still not big enough to be resistant against explosions, is the problem. Hello. Can I still sell things to you? There is a button to sell resources, isn't there, to things when you are equipped with a factory yourself. There never used to be, but there is now, I'm fairly certain. Let's get a bit of resource and see if we can. How do I sell resource to you then? Ah, press C to sell R. Does that mean I should give it to you still? There you go. Will you make something now? Yes, you made your first little baby. Excellent. I got credits, you got a child, everyone's happy. Aw, little Spidey, look. Bless. Go to war, little Spidey, and stealing everything you can see. I'm afraid, though, I am all out of time. Just looked at the clock. Time just disappears while you're playing a game you enjoy. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Reassembly, the modded series, is a series you wish to see continued in the future. We're slowly getting there, and soon we'll move on to other mods as soon as I reach maximum ship resource. I've already got a number of mods I'm looking into, and I'm fairly certain the next one's going to be just as fun, if not more so, than this one. So thank you again for watching, and goodbye.